Welcome back. In this lecture, we are going to start building our website using a website builder known as WordPress. Now, in order to use WordPress and install WordPress, we need to use something known as a web host. A web host is a service that allows us to store all of our different files, such as WordPress itself, all of our different images, and the entire design of our website. Now, there are many different web hosts out there, and over the years, me and Jesper have had the chance to try out most of them. However, we have found that there is one web host that outperforms the others when it comes to the criteria that we find the most important, such as performance, value for money, the support that it gives, the loading times, etc. And that web host is called Bluehost. We use them and we recommend them to all of our students, and here's why. Number one, they are trusted experts in their fields. They've been around since 2003, which is a really long time already, and they are recommended by WordPress themselves as a recommended web host. And that's no small feat. That means that they are the true and tried when it comes to web hosting. Number two, they have a super easy setup. It's a one-click installer, which allows us to just install WordPress straight away through their web hosting, and we can have our website up and running in no time. I'm going to show you in a couple of minutes exactly what this looks like. And number three, they offer some serious value for the money. Now, it's important to know that this is the only part of the entire strategy that is going to cost money. But there is a reason why we use a web host as a service rather than hosting all of the different files on our own computers. When you install WordPress and host all of the files on your own computer, there is no way to guarantee that your website is going to stay up and running. If it gets a lot of traffic, your computer is going to slow down. If your computer crashes, if something happens to the computer itself and your files are affected, then your website will be disappearing. With Bluehost as a web host, we get a 99.9% guaranteed uptime, and that is huge. We get backups if anything crashes, meaning they can grab an old version of our website and put that backup straight into place, meaning our website can stay up and running. We have no such guarantees when we're hosting from our own computer. We will have much faster loading times by using a professional web host, more safety, and maybe most important of all, we will be getting a 24/7 support when we use Bluehost as our web host. Now, I can't emphasize enough how important this customer support is. I've been in the customer support at least 30 times, probably 40 times, having all sorts of issues with my website. They will literally go into your website, solve the problem for you, and explain what has happened. Even if just for this reason alone, I would be paying for a web host. When something happens to our website, it is pretty scary, and having experts stand behind you, helping you out with any possible issues with direct access to your website, in my opinion, absolutely invaluable. Now, before you sign up, don't miss out on an exclusive discount that me and Jesper have arranged for you for being a student in our course. Now, all you need to do is click on the resources that is next to this lecture and access the Bluehost discounted price. Not only will you be saving a lot of money by doing this, because we've been negotiating down that price for years and years at this point, but we will also be receiving a commission at no extra cost to you. So thank you so much for deciding to use this link and supporting us. It means so much to us. So when you click on the link, you will be taken to our specific landing page looking like this. The only thing you need to do is go down and click on Get Started Now. This will automatically lower the price to the cost of just a couple of dollars, cheaper than a coffee at Starbucks. But make sure that you do use the link, because when you don't, you're going to see prices that looks like this instead. This is just me using an incognito window, meaning that I'm not applying the exclusive discount that we have negotiated down with Bluehost. And as you can see, it's a little bit more expensive, and that really adds up over time. So again, we're getting a great discount here, and we do everything to lower the prices as much as possible while keeping the performance to a max. That's really important when it comes to a web host. Now, when it comes to selecting our plan, we have multiple different choices. The really good news is that the basic plan is all that we need. It allows you to create 10 websites. It has more than enough storage. We can have more than enough visitors, even per month. We get AI site creation. We're going to talk more about that later. Everything we need literally is in here. The only difference from doubling the price in Choice Plus is your daily website backups. But I have great news about that. I am going to show you how to get those daily website backups for free by using plugins later on in the course. So this is nothing we need to pay extra for at all. I'm going to show you how to build an online store ourselves for free without having to pay anything extra. Again, we don't need any of these extra features. All we need to focus on is the basic package, and we have lowered the price a lot for it, and this should be really affordable for the most of us. So we're going to go ahead and click on select. In order to get our website up and running, we need to have a domain name. And luckily for us, we have a domain name included in the package. A domain name is going to be the name of your website, the URL people write in order to get on your website. It should explain who you are and what you are about. So for example, for me and Jesper, we have the domain name robinandjesper.com. And that explains that the website is about, you guessed it, Robin and Jesper. So when it comes to finding out your own domain name, unless you know it already, we can go ahead and go to ChatGPT and get some great suggestions. So let's head back to our guidebook. Make sure that we are on the lecture called Install WordPress, and then we're going to go and grab the first prompt right up here. I'm going to copy it, go into ChatGPT and paste it in. Make sure you're using the same conversation as before, as we're gathering all of that important data for this entire strategy. It says, act as a digital marketing experts, give me a list of 10 SEO-friendly domain names for a website based on, and then I'm gonna write in the product name. So the product is blue light blocking glasses. So I'm just gonna hit enter and see what sort of suggestions I'm getting. So now we just need to decide on one of these names. Now, if you're not getting any name that you like or you need another list, all you need to do is write, give me 10 more. Or if you think that they're too generic, you can write, make them niched towards, and then write in your niche. And for us, it would be gamers. Now, for most of you, this list is probably gonna be pretty spot on and good, but those additional prompts are available. I really like this one, bluelightdefenders.com. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this and see if it's available. So then all I'm going to do is write Blue Light Defenders in here. And then we have the option to add a private registration. Now, a private registration is basically making the connection between who you are privately and who owns the website anonymous. Meaning, if someone goes to Whois and looks up your website, when you use the private registration, people will not be able to see who you are, that's the owner of the website, where you live, none of your private information at all. It's not mandatory to have, but it is something that if you can afford it, it's a great way to avoid all of those nasty salespeople that's going to be fetching your number and calling you over time. For now, I'm going to go ahead and check it, and then I'm going to click on search for domain. So if your domain name is available, you will be taken directly to the cart looking like this. If the domain name isn't available, you will have some different options. You can either use a different ending from .com, or you can use a completely different domain name itself. But if it was available, you will be taken here. So then we can have a quick look. First of all, we have the WordPress basic hosting. It's all we need, and we can start off with 1 year. We can extend it to 3 years if we want, but I recommend just starting off with 1 year. Then we have the .com domain, the actual name of our website, and I recommend starting off with 1 year here as well. Going down, we have the domain privacy and protection. It's not mandatory, but it is something that I do recommend. But if the budget doesn't allow it, we can go here and we can just throw it away. And at the end, we have professional email. We get 3 months for free, but honestly, this isn't anything that we need in order to have our website up and running. So this is just going to be a waste, in my opinion. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the trash can and just throw it away. So in the end, you can see that the subtotal for all of these different items should be $159, almost $160. The total savings we're having here is $124 of savings. So the total is only going to be $35. So you're getting the greatest possible price by using that link. And you're also supporting us. So once again, thank you so much. I hope you feel that this is a nice exchange. You get a cheaper price and we get some support from you. So then we're going to go down and click on continue to checkout. I'm going to go ahead and fill out all of my contact information. Once I've filled everything out, I'm going to make sure that I click this box as well. Please click here if you do not want to receive emails about our products and services. We don't want emails from them. honestly. At least I don't. So I'm gonna check this one. Then we're gonna write in our account information password in here. We're gonna go ahead and click on credit card. I recommend using credit card, and should you find any issues whatsoever using a credit card for whatever reason, I know they have some sort of anti-fraud that can be quite sensitive, then go ahead and use PayPal. You can sign up to PayPal, add in your credit card, the very same credit card to PayPal, and just pay through there. We've had to do that once before, but it should work by just using the credit card itself. And finally, if you do have a business and you're running any type of business, you need to put your billing address differently, then all you need to do is click here where it says billing address, same as account information, and fill in a different address in there. But if you don't have a business and you need a different location for the billing, then just go ahead and leave this one checked. So I'm going to be filling out the password now and the credit card information off camera, and then I'm going to go ahead and click submit payment. And then we're going to be taken to this page that says thank you for your purchase, and then we'll be taken directly into our Bluehost account. Hopefully you'll have this text down below as well that says your WordPress site is ready, so we can just go ahead and click on log in to WordPress, and then we'll get taken to this site. And now, should you not have that button available to you, then from here all you need to do is go down and click on edit site, and you will be taken to the very same place. Now this is a super cool feature that I recommend that you use in the future. It's called the AI Site Creator. Basically what it allows you to do is have AI generate a website for you based on your preferences. So it's going to be asking you a bunch of different questions, what you like, what you don't like, what you're aiming towards, and then it's going to take all of those different prompts that you have written in and create the entire website for you. Now, even with the basic package, you can create multiple websites. But for the very first website that we are going to be creating together for this strategy, I strongly recommend that you go down and click here where it says I'm following a tutorial. Take me to the WordPress admin dashboard, because I will be your guide for the very first website that we create together. And that's going to be quite important because I'm going to show you how to build everything up. Even though we'll be using ready-made templates, it's still going to be from scratch so that you understand how to build it yourself. And once you do understand, you can apply all of that knowledge to your AI created websites later on. So let's go down and click on I'm following a tutorial, and like magic, we will have created our website. So when I was talking about an easy install with Bluehost, I wasn't kidding. They really weren't kidding. They've already set up the website for us, and they even have AI to create future websites should we want that. But starting off, we're going to do some groundwork in preparation for the next lecture. So being in the back end here, the first thing we're going to do is move over to the left where it says plugins, and then click on installed plugins. Now, as you can see, there are a bunch of different things in here. There are a couple that I want you to remove. We're going to start off by selecting the Akismet, the Creative Mail, Google Analytics by Monster Insight. We don't need Hello Dolly. We're going to go down and remove opt-in monster, and then we're going to move up to bulk action, click on delete, and then hit apply, and then okay. And there we go. Now the next thing we want to check out is that we can go ahead and move over to user and then go down and click on profile. So scrolling down, we have our username that we're going to use if we want to log in more directly into our WordPress website. And then scrolling a little further down, we have something called set new password. So if I click on set new password, I can either set it here myself, or we can use the generated one in here. And if I hit enter, then that is going to be my password. I can go to our URL, which is bluelightdefenders.com/wp- admin, and then simply write in my username, write in the password, and then I can always log in from here. We can also go ahead and go to bluehost.com, log in from there, move over to websites, and here we're going to see all of our different available websites. Click on edit site and we'll be right in. Now in the next lecture, we're going to learn how to install a theme on our website. The theme is going to decide what our entire website is going to be looking like, and then I'm going to show you how we can customize these ourselves in order to adapt them to our own needs. So I hope you're excited. I'll see you in the next lecture.